I appreciate you joining today. Before you ask any questions, though, I want to see how everything's with Ivy going.
Yeah, everything's going well. Sorry, I feel a bit bad jumping into your space and then talking about us though. Just finished phase 2 of our beta test net. Feedback's been really positive. Working towards phase 3. So anyone's interested in testing the platform, keep your eyes out. And we're just working our way towards mainnet launch. Can't wait.
No, that's great to hear. And one of the things that they're focusing on there at THA with this hackathon is not just looking for new innovations and new things to come along, but to support the DeFi ecosystem that has already been established in the Hedera space. So all of our dexes, all of our we have Bonzo finance with lending, we have things that you guys are doing with staking and so forth. So anything that you might need, it's good to communicate with the teams and let them know different features and things that you might need help with, and then some of the participants in the hackathon can hop on.
Fantastic. Yeah, that'd be great.
Well, that's what we're looking for here. I'm on Telegram trying to figure out where the rest of the crew is here.
No worries. We had a problem with the space earlier in the week, and we just had to close it and reopen everything. I don't know if it's just something with the settings on X these days.
Yeah, it's not the very first time I've had an issue with a space. The last time I was on, I was hosting a space like this. I was having problems myself hearing, but we just let the rest of the crew continue on with it, and it was just fine. But you have to make sure that X is updated, though. I did make sure that X was updated this time.
Yeah, it can be funny sometimes, even just with the services you can find depending on your region. Sometimes it works for, like, say it works in North America, but it may not work in Europe or Africa at the same time. So I'm not sure where they're located.
Yeah, I know they're out of Africa, so I'm not sure if that's that's they're there right now, but I know that's
Yeah.
where they were. We do have Jafar coming up, so that will make things a little bit easier on me. Jafar, as soon as you come on up, can you hear me all right?
Yes, I do. Can you hear me, guys?
Much better, much better. I'm sure we'll get Ishmael here up before too long. But in the meantime, Jafar, can you just explain the hackathon? Give us just a quick overview of what's going on with the hackathon, where we stand now, and kind of the timeline going forward.
Sure. So, first of all, sorry for coming a bit late. I was in some important meetings. And yeah, about the hackathon. So, it's kicking off like in 2 days after tomorrow, like Friday. So, it's a global hackathon, guys. We are branded it for Africa, as we are having these on-site sessions in the African continent. We are doing it along with Orange Digital Centers. There will be at least 20 hacking stations. We are doing it in different cities. For now, we have 18 confirmed countries. Um, I think 80% will be happening with Orange Digital Centers. We confirmed also some other hacking stations. Everything will be online just by the 1st of August. So bear with us about the details. We are working out many details, especially about the program, about the mentorships, the jury members, also more detailed about the prize pool. Everything is coming. We took some time to share some details as we are still onboarding different type of partners, and yeah. So this is the highlights for now. Like, we decided to go with 4 main tracks. We have on-chain finance and real-world assets. Big focus on this one, as we have many institutions interested with this track, especially for the African continent, as we have different use cases that can resolve many issues in the continent. The second one is immersive experience, where we expect projects coming to, like, from the gaming sector, some metaverse use cases. We have also NFTs use cases as well coming, and we have governance use cases as well coming for the immersive experience. The third one, which is DLT for operations, we have supply chain and agriculture, and we have sustainability. where we saw big focus, especially coming for the African continent, and as Hedera having this dedication for sustainability, big focus on this one. Many partners will be part of this. We are organizing several workshops. We will be part of several also ongoing events on site, also online, to bring attention about this hackathon on one side, but also providing several like mentorship and support for the ongoing events, either in Africa or also elsewhere. The final one is the AI and deepin. I think this track also is one of the important ones as we see these new features coming from the Hedera ecosystem that we are trying to promote and to also provide several workshops and sessions. Many actors are being involved in this track. We are giving a lot of energy to this track as we expect many projects, and also it's trendy today, as you guys know, the AI tools and agents. So, yeah, these are the main like tracks. These details for now they are all high level shared on our socials. We are working now on putting all the needed details so that by the 1st of August everything is published and everything is online.
All right, sounds good. But now that we are through with our
I'm back.
technical,
Sorry.
Ishmael, can you hear us now?
Yeah, I had to rejoin from another account. For the Hedera X account, every time you put me up as speaker, I stopped listening. I stopped being able to listen to anyone.
Hey,
It's very weird.
that kind of stuff happens. That's no problem at all. But I do want to tell everybody we don't have too many people in here because of the technical issues there in the beginning. I know a lot of people joined and jumped off. So if you can share this space, we'd really appreciate it. But Ishmael, is there anything that you want to add as far as high level on this hackathon that you want to share with the people that are on right now?
100%. So yeah, so we're very excited to get onto the hacking phase. So we have partners from all over Africa and the world getting ready to support the hackathon. So we've just, as Jafar may have mentioned, signed with Orange to give us more than 16 hacking stations across Africa where people can meet, make teams, and start hacking. We have local communities in Nigeria and South Africa and many, many other countries who are hyped up and getting a lot of people certified in preparation to start hacking. We're getting a lot of interest in the AI tools and the AI track, as Jafar has mentioned. We're working with top technology, state-of-the-art technologies on Hedera, like OpenConvey HCS10, to give people the ability to build the latest thing in AI, but on Hedera and focused on enterprise and DLT, and on many other things that have impact on the African continent and the world. So just get ready, get your teams up. We have Telegram and Discord ready. We're running training sessions every week, basically, and we're going to accelerate the pace even more as we get into the hacking phase. So make sure to join those training sessions to get insights on either technical development on Hedera or business mentorship to help you make better business models and make better projects in the Hedera ecosystem. So yeah, that's pretty much it on the high level stuff. I don't know if you have any specific questions, Brendan. I'll be able to get into more details.
Yeah, absolutely. So I do want to say if anybody is down there in the audience that has any questions, you're more than welcome to request to be a speaker. This is an AMA, so you can ask anything you want. But in the meantime, I do want to go into who can participate in this. I know I've gotten a lot of questions because this is an African hackathon. Who's allowed to participate in this, and how are these teams formed that are going to actually be taking place in this hackathon?
For sure. Excellent question. So while the focus of the hackathon is on the African continent in terms of impact, in terms of projects, the hackathon is open to everyone around the globe. So the hackathon, as you know, has an online component. That is, everyone can register on Dora Hacks and submit their projects and hack online, use our Discord, use our Telegram, as I said, use our office hours if you have any questions. So anyone from all over the world can participate in the hackathon. And we give special attention to people on the African continent by offering them hacking stations, offering them on-site meetups, trainings, and stuff like that. So basically, all that you have to do to participate in the hackathon is you can make a team from 2 to 7 people. and then you can start your journey in the hackathon. The only caveat is that before submission, all of your team has to be certified in the Hedera developer certification, which we offer for free, by the way, and I'll put it in the comments. We offer mentorship to help you get your certification, and the certification is completely free.
That sounds great. So anybody can participate, but the people in Africa are going to get the benefit of those hacking stations. The next question I have, and it's kind of along the same lines, is one of the things that Jafar mentioned to me is we are trying to solve problems in Africa. With this hackathon, there's all kinds of things that ways that Africa could benefit from the Hedera technology. Can you go into that a little bit around some of the things that you might, and I'm not sure if it's actually built into the judging mechanism or anything along those lines, but how are you trying to focus on addressing some of the issues that are in Africa that can be helped out by the Hedera network? And if Jafar, you want to take that, or Ishmael, either way.
Yeah, I can take it. So for the African continent, there are many issues that I think blockchain can bring a lot of value in it. The only issue today in Africa is regulation. And even though there are big enhancements in terms of regulations, and today we are giving big focus on avoiding all these restrictions and keep building. We know that regulations are coming, especially some of the countries today, they've been working on initiating different like legal frameworks so that blockchain solutions can rise. We think today, like for instance, Morocco have been leading and inspiring from the MiCA regulation in Europe. They're setting up this new legal framework that most of the African countries are following up and trying to set up their own initiatives. Now, the main, I think, focus for the African, at least, countries and use cases are going through the payment like challenges that are facing today, like cross countries payment are one of the big issues. Like today, if you live in Mali and you want to do payments of I don't know, goods or services from another countries, the process is way too long, and many use cases have been crafted to address this issue. So we are supporting different type of initiatives coming to resolve the payment issues. Also, many today solutions have focused on all the. So we drafted the GLT like for operation track, mainly to address several type of challenges that the African continent is facing. Talking about the agriculture part, it's always related to the payment for somehow, but also traceability. Talking about sustainability layer as well. We can see like most of the carbon credits coming today are coming from Africa. So this is one of the use cases as well we've been focusing on. We are onboarding several stakeholders that are already building on the blockchain layer or on the Web3 layer. Some of them are building already on Hedera Hashgraph, and some of them are joining the Hedera ecosystem. So I want to maybe complement some of the answers that Ismail provided about who can participate in the hackathon leveraging this, is that we have big focus on onboarding Web2 already established startups to join the Hedera Hashgraph. That's one of the things we have big focus on. So some of them are already like tackling challenges that are specific to the African continent. Also, we have focused on onboarding some startups that are already building on other networks and they have interest in building on Hedera. We see this movement being many initiatives like want to build cross-chain. So we are supporting these type of initiatives. We have some partners also join the hackathon to create quests and to they want to stretch and build on Hashgraph. This is something we are looking forward to see for coming for this hackathon. And finally, like of course, like small use cases coming from small initiatives or university initiatives. Like for this hackathon, we onboarded more than 100 universities that we've been working on at the first layer for education, but now they are promoting with us. Some of them are hosting hacking stations, so they are promoting. Like we saw either students like building use cases, but also we saw teachers and innovation labs, laboratories within universities that are creating teams and joining this huge initiative, and we appreciate that. Like we are trying to provide the needed support for them to tackle their own um, like uh, uh, challenges and problems by bringing innovative solutions. Some of them are new that we did not see before, and some others they are trying to replicate other or issues or problems that have been basically found, and they're trying to resolve it using Web 2 solutions, adding this Web 3 layer to bring really different type of innovative solutions basically. So yeah, and overall, this is it. Even though I don't want to dig into details, just to not hide the expectations in terms of the type of institutions we are aiming to see being part of this initiative, because we saw some of the participants, they are already established companies, not only startups. They've been working since a while on blockchain and Web3 like onboarding, and they saw this initiative, so they're joining the party. They're leveraging this initiative, all the educational like content we are providing. Again, this initiative is coming after years of work that we've been doing on the continent, so they know us, we know them. They know what type of support we can bring, and maybe this hackathon is kind of continuation of the efforts that we have been doing, especially with these institutions.
Understood. Now, Ismail, I do want to get some more information around the training certification that you were talking about before. But first, Carlo, I see your hands up. Go ahead. The floor is yours.
Thanks. Ismail Jafar, I think this is such a great initiative, and I'm sure you can tell just from my accent that I am South African, born and raised. But there's a lot of us expats that are living overseas, so Europe, Middle East, Africa, that are, especially in the tech industry, and have a lot of expertise in growing startups and working in the BPO industry, especially when considering, technologies being built in Africa like Nala for cross-border payments. They, I think, using Ripple's network. How, can somebody share maybe in the space the links to all of your documentation, your Discord channels, and so forth, so that we can share that along with our networks as well?
100%. Yes, I will drop the link tree in the comments. It has all of our links: Discord, Telegram, certification program, Dora hacks to register to the hackathon. Everything you can find is in the comments. I'll just drop it right now. And thank you so much for taking interest. We're really working towards growing this initiative, because we really, as Jafar was saying, we really see the effect that Web3 can have, Web3 in general, and the Hedera technology can have over people's lives in Africa. So, for example, you will find the biggest stable coin and DeFi adoption in countries like Nigeria, like Senegal, like all of these countries. It's DeFi and crypto and Web3 literally unleashes people's wings and allows them to trade. It allows them to be able to execute on an international scale, whether in their businesses or personal lives. So thank you so much for showing interest in helping us, and I'll drop the links for you to share.
Yeah, awesome. I mean, yeah, I've seen the impact that Nala's made in Kenya. It's been absolutely gargantuan, especially for the small, like street vendors, like you say. So there's a lot of us expats that would love to get involved, because we've got big networks back home in our countries, and we might leave Africa, but Africa never leaves us. So yeah, it would be really awesome to get involved and meet some people in Africa, on the continent, that might want to partner up and co-found a business.
Awesome. So I've just dropped the link. You can find it right now in the comments. And kudos again. And really, we're really would like to see you in the hackathon and anyone you know.
Carlo, thank you so much for the question. Mark, go ahead. The floor is yours.
Thanks very much, Brendan. Yeah, and it's so interesting to hear about everything. And for those who know me, I've spent quite a lot of time working out of East Africa, running quite a number of kind of project operations there. I guess one of my questions is, what universities are you linked into? Because I was there during the days when M-Pesa was first introduced, and it was revolutionary back then. And obviously, the Hashgraph gives such an opportunity to kind of increase over supply chain, cross-border payments. But I was also thinking, have you linked into universities in terms of conservation? Because I know a lot of projects that were looking at open source ways of sharing information, and it feels to me that HCS is one of the easiest things you could set that up with cheaply. And so I just wanted to check what universities you're linked into.
100%. So, off the top of my head, I can name the whole honoris group. So, honoris is one of the biggest university groups in the world. It has universities all over Africa, from South Africa to Tunisia, Morocco, and a lot of other countries. So, one of the initiatives, as DAR Blockchain, the operating partner of the hackathon, one of the initiatives we implemented with one of honoris' universities, which is Esprit in Tunisia, an engineering school with more than 10,000 students. So we've implemented a Hedera certification program as a course in the university. And we have people go there and teach people about the Hedera technology and the latest in the technology, whether it's HCS, OpenConvey, all other technology, and help all of these students get certified in Hedera. So the program has been a success. We've onboarded more than, I think, 8,700 people in the past few months on the Hedera LMS, with more than 3,000 people certified. We have other programs. I can get the list of universities for you, but with university in South Africa and Senegal, and also within students and startup communities in those countries. But the one that is, I think, most impressive and that I remember off the top of my head is the honoris group.
Fantastic. No, that your reach is amazing. That's great to hear.
Yeah, if I can add to this, that we are also partnering with ULX, one of the groups that we've been working with since a while, with the Hashgraph Association. We have many universities. So basically, if you can check our website, we put already some of them, and we are adding the final list. So please feel free to check it. We have university from South Africa, and Kenya, Uganda, Rwanda, Nigeria, of course, Morocco, Tunisia, Egypt, like different institutions with different groups. Some of them are public ones, some of them are private ones as well. And as I mentioned, like we've been working some of them like since years now. We onboarded like new ones. Like just now, today, for instance, we onboarded University of the Witwatersrand, Johannesburg. They're really interested on the educational program, and like many others. I don't have them in front of me, but please feel free to check our website. And of course, if you are leading any or have contact with any universities, we are keen to get introduced to.
Ismail, I wanted to see if you had any more information on how long it takes to get certified, what kind of things you learn, and any other information that you want to talk about as far as this certification that it sounds like is required to participate in the hackathon. Not in the beginning, but you have to have it by the end, correct?
Yeah, that's right. So in total, the certification takes around 12 hours to be completed for someone like that's a junior dev. We also, as I said, we have provided many tutorials to help you get the certification, and we have office hours and mentors available during the week to help you get certified, to help you with any issues you have with the certification, with the learning materials, anything you need to get certified. So to answer your question, 12 hours usually, and we have all these sorts of services to help you get certified.
All right, understood. Now, one of the things that Hedera is kind of at the tip of the spear on is the crossroads between DLT technology, crypto, and AI. You know, we're seeing things with coming out of course, Equity Lab. They're working with teams like NVIDIA and Intel, embedding Hedera technology directly into the chips. We have Prove AI, who was a team that came over from another blockchain. It wasn't exactly fit for purpose. They found that Hedera was a better fit. We have standards that are being established as far as Conve AI, which you already mentioned. And, you know, you can go on down the line. Hedera's doing amazing things. We have the AI agent studio and so forth. Um, as far as teams that are interested in leveraging Hedera and AI, what are some of the things that they're planning on working on? What are the kind of the things that you would like to see come out of the hackathon as far as that track? That can be for Ismail or Jafar, either one.
Yeah, okay. So sorry, just didn't hear the last part. So it's the AI track, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Can
The
you hear
AI
me,
track, I'm
Dana?
just curious. It sounds like you've already been talking to teams. You know, what are the things that you think are going to come out of that track in particular?
100%. So what we're looking at is mainly people using AI not just to build hypey, trendy solutions, but to try to use AI and use Hedera's open technology, Hedera's open convey, HCS, and all. And I think we might be able to get to the AI studio before the launch of the hackathon, before the end of the hacking phase, so people might also be able to use that. But the ultimate goal, we don't have restrictions on what people can build. The only thing we want to focus on is to build true utility. Try to build to answer all of the use cases that we mentioned before, like whether it's for people to be able to use personal finance more easily, whether it's for people to use to be able to get on with their daily lives more easily in Africa. And we have a lot of issues to tackle in the African ecosystem that can be facilitated through AI. But in terms of the thematics, or what we want to see come out of the hackathon, is things that will help people or enterprise, people or enterprises in Africa facilitate and streamline their processes. But we don't have any restrictions in terms of the thematics of the solutions.
Understood. Thank you. So again, we can get questions from anybody in the audience. So if you have any questions, just request to be a speaker and come on up. Mark, I want to thank you for the questions that you had. Carlo, we'll go back to you. Go ahead.
Yeah, thanks. Something just popped in my mind, and I guess you said that there was no restrictions, Ismail, on what you guys would like to see, but from a kind of integrations perspective, are the solutions that you're looking for, are you happy for them to be integrated with EVM sidechains on RippleNet, with like R2 Corda or the Interledger? How restrictive is the hackathon? Is it purely focused on a large percentage being Hedera, or whether it's just cross-platform?
I think I'll be able to take that one. So no, we don't have any restrictions in terms of people building cross-platform solutions. Nonetheless, we encourage that. We encourage that people build things that can be adapted on the EVM chain or any other network, because we see chain interoperability as the ultimate for the whole Web3 ecosystem, as the ultimate path for the whole Web3 ecosystem. So we also have partners in the AI track and in other tracks who are building bounties for people to build cross-platform, not just. So within the AI track, we'll have the official prizes, which are more than $1 million, but we'll also have partners from other chains who may be putting up bounties for people to build cross-platform solutions from Hedera to the rest of the blockchain ecosystem. So if I understood your question correctly, no, we don't have any restrictions, and it's encouraged to build cross-platform solutions.
So
Awesome. Perfect. perfect answer. Thanks.
Ismail, just to make it clear, so the submission for the actual hackathon has to be an integration with Hedera, but they can be things that have already been established on other chains. They can work with other EVM compatible chains and so forth. Do I have that right?
Yeah, while we didn't publish the official submission and criteria and the judging criteria, but on a high level, yes, if the project is integrated on Hedera, yes, it can exist on any other chain.
All right, great. So let's talk about some of these other tracks, some of the other things that you're looking for. One of the things that I loved having conversations with Jafar around is where a lot of hackathons focus on innovation. They want something new, something that didn't exist before. This hackathon has a little bit different twist, and I'm not saying it's completely unique, but one of the things that I liked is you want to find viable businesses, use cases that can be brought to market and can become sustainable. That doesn't mean it's something that doesn't exist already elsewhere. You can be bringing it from someplace else, putting it on Hedera. It can be something that has been around before, but you're putting a new twist on it, obviously making it available within the Hedera ecosystem. Do you want to expand on that a little bit and just talk about how you're thinking about judging and all that kind of stuff? I know you don't have all the details around that, but bringing into consideration the final thing, the final products that come out of this need to be viable businesses, ideas that have that product market fit. Jafar, why don't you take that one first?
Yeah, Brandon. Sorry to I'm texting the meantime. Sorry, guys.
Busy man,
So what was the
I understand. We're
question?
just about to get started with this hackathon, so I get it.
Yeah, say again. Say again. Tell me again.
So we've had those conversations, Jafar, around how this hackathon we're focused on the end product, the result of the hackathon being viable, sustainable businesses that come out on the other side, not just innovation. Even though innovation is going to be an important part, the products that come out on the other side can be things that have come from other chains, things that have been established elsewhere, but you're
Yeah.
bringing it to Hedera and you're putting a new twist on it, and supplying those viable businesses within the Hedera ecosystem. So I guess the question is, what makes this a little bit different with that little different focus on the Hedera ecosystem?
Yeah. So I think Hedera today is providing several opportunities for any project to come in for the different I think from different perspective. From technical ones, of course, Hedera is one of the best today DLTs that can really provide the needed speed in terms of transactions. Also, you can, as a business, create your own business plan, having this fixed fees, pick it to the dollars, and all the technical basically value proposition that Hedera is providing. But more importantly, I think the business part is that within Hedera ecosystem, we are trying to connect the dots and connecting every project building on Hedera with other potential partners, other potential providing potentially clients as well, providing the needed funding as part of this hackathon, but not only this is something we are promoting and helping all the Hedera ecosystem and the Hashgraph Association and group especially, that we are providing the needed funding, either in form of grants but more importantly in terms of investment. And today for this hackathon, we are onboarding different VCs as well to do follow-up investment for these initiatives. That said, we really want to see other players coming from other network, either stretching or maybe pivoting to build on Hedera Hashgraph. And what we want to provide is more than the technical assistance, and the technical part is more to connect and build together, trying to promote them as well from a marketing perspective, and onboarding all the needed resources so that this project can be a success. So we've been in several discussions with different startups, but also institutions that have been testing blockchain and GLTs in general on other layer ones, and today they are more than convinced that Hedera is one of the best DLTs to build on, especially with the governing council we have in Hedera. This eases the process for them for any onboarding, for any client onboarding, as we have institutions that already did like big due diligence on Hedera as an ecosystem. So whatever client they will be interacting with this infrastructure, they have that easiness, let's say, a kind of approach to onboard any type of partner. So this is something we really would love to see, and we're seeing already coming from different stakeholders. So yeah, that's something. So we even like thought about creating a dedicated track for this. But we decided to not do, as we want to make the process like easy, especially that we don't want to create many tracks, and even 4 are already like too much maybe for some judges, also making the judging process easy and fair for each and everyone. But yeah, we will see definitely like different type of involvement in that part.
So one of the things that's a big standout with this hackathon is it's the largest one we've seen in the Hedera ecosystem. We have starting off with $1 million prize pool, and that's, from what I understand, grown from there. And then you were also mentioning follow-on investment, which is of course very important. Can you kind of walk us through where that prize pool came from, how it's going to be divided up among the tracks, and maybe a little bit more around that follow-on investment?
Yeah, sure. So the funding of this hackathon is coming mainly from the co-organizers, who are the Hash Graph Association and Exponential Science Foundation. So these are the co-organizers and the initiators of this hackathon. But we have many sponsors that adding to like different quests to the hackathon. So the prize pool is grown from $1 million to reach, I think, onboarding the sponsor. I think now we are around 1,100,000 already, and we have an additional 1 million coming from UGFS, which is a North African VC that's committed to invest in the winning startups. Of course, if they find consensus with the founders. We have also ongoing discussions with other VCs within the Hedera ecosystem and outside of the Hedera ecosystem. Maybe the money will not add it directly to the prize pool, but it will be an opportunity for the winners, not only the winners, but most of the participants to have these introductions to these VCs and try to help them at least raise funds and move forward. We are also onboarding several consulting firms and legal firms to help the non-established startups to create their own like legal registration, or do their what is needed basically to create a company, wherever they are, either in their country, or we have of course some preference for some other countries to make the process easy, where regulation around blockchain and cryptocurrency is already established. So we are onboarding like parties to ease the process in that way. Back to the prize pool. So the prize pool will be divided. So we have the strategy that we've been discussing with several partners, and we are moving this way. So we will be having like 5 big winners of the hackathon, and we will be having 5 winners per track for the hackathon. The idea here is that we want to allocate like a fair distribution of this prize pool between the different tracks, but also provide the opportunity to those teams that will be shining to be the winners of the hackathon. Of course, the first winner of the hackathon can be also winner of one of the tracks, and there is a possibility that the winner of a hackathon is not a winner of one track. So that's something we gave to give some flexibility for the judges to better like allocate the needed funds and the different tracks. And we are looking for the quality like projects, definitely. So the idea also, like the price distribution will not be done in one shot. We will be asking the teams to provide milestones so that they basically deliver and they keep working in order to get the whole amount. The process is easy. We are not making it hard for the founders and the winner team, but we want to make sure that the funds are going on the right place. Of course, we will see different what we call hackathon hunters. We would love to see them, but the idea is that the funds will not go to these ones. The idea is that potentially some of them will get some of the funding, definitely. They will be helping us maybe and creating some competitivity, also raising the quality. But this hackathon is made more for the long-term builders, for the long-term initiative, especially that we have these VCs waiting to invest in the best opportunities, and I think that's what we will do.
All right. So if I understand that right, there's the 4 tracks, and there's going to be 5 winners per track, and then there's going to be 5 overall winners. Is that right? So
Exactly,
25
exactly.
winners total.
All right, you got it right.
All right. So Jafar, is there anything that we haven't covered today that you'd like to make clear before we wrap this up? And I want to also say, if anybody down there does have any questions, you're more than welcome to request to be a speaker and come up. But is there anything that throughout our questions today you haven't covered that you'd want to make clear?
I think in the overall we discussed everything. There are many details that we are still we did not publish yet, so I don't want to go through these details yet. Maybe in the next space we will be doing together, Brandon, we will definitely announce many exciting things. Now we are working with several partners, onboarding them, organizing the calendar for the workshops, how the mentorship will be. Where are so we know where the hacking stations are, but we are fixing the exact dates for these hacking stations. That's something we are looking forward to publish with the community and share it with them so that they can planify to join one of the hacking stations if of course they want to be part of it. There is something we've been working on also recently is social quests. So we want the participant to have to interact with each other, to interact with the participator, with the organizers as well. So we're creating social quests so that people can benefit from a bounty program that will be allocated to the participants. This is also something we've been working on since a while, and it will be published this Friday once the hackathon is kicked off. Some other partners as well will be publishing quests. So basically, the participants, their main target, of course, is submit their project, but win prize pools and grab part of this big prize pool. But also, there will be some bounties that they can join and grab from. So I think this is a great opportunity for the community to rise, to shine, to share as well, and to get a knowledge about the Hedera ecosystem in general. And we are doing our best to provide the needed content, the needed information so that the participants can find the needed information, also share it with their communities. We onboarded, I think, around 60 community leaders to help us in promoting the hackathon. So it's an opportunity for them as well to onboard their communities, to make the process easy, to come and grab part of these bounty programs. Also, the certification program that Ismail referred to is one of the key, basically, admission key sections, at least that the participation go through. It's a very a comprehensive course that we set, and we would love to see, especially people that don't know about this sector, to go through the details and learn about this Web3 world, and more importantly about Hedera. So This is a great initiative that we've been working on since a while, and we would love to see how the community will be interacting about this. So I think all this will start in 2 days. So you can imagine how crazy things is now. But we are doing our best to make all the information available on the right time and kick off this journey.
All right. Well, I'm going to put out a last call for any community questions. So if anybody down there has a question, just go ahead and request to be a speaker. But Jafar, I do have a couple more questions for you before we let you go. Can you go into a little more detail around the quests? What would one of these quests look like? I know you haven't nailed them all down yet, but I'm curious as to what you're aiming for with these quests.
So, for instance, we have one of the products that the Hash Graph Group developed, which is the decentralized identity program that we want to promote within the hackathon. So, every participator can join and go through the process of this program, identify himself, and grab what we could for now they are points. So basically, we are gamifying the thing. So there are several quests, and whenever a participant do a quest 1 and 2, they will be getting some points, and all these points can be converted to HBAR or USDC on Hedera. So this is one of the examples of the quests that the community will see in this starting from next week.
Very cool. Okay. And as we wrap things up, Jafar, you said the hackathon is starting in just a couple days. What are the steps that participants are going to need to take to actually get started here on Friday?
So the only thing they should do for now is to join the Dora Hacks. I think Smile shared already the links. So you just they submit, they participate as a person, and they add their team members, and they start submitting their projects. Of course, the submission process will be open until the end of September. So the idea is that everyone can join, can see the content calendar that we will be providing, see all the workshops, the AMAs, and we will be organizing dedicated workshops on topics, and we will be having office hours on our Discord every day on the working days. We will be having English speaking working hour, office hours, sorry, and the French speaking ones, so that if you don't speak English, that's fine, you can come. There are English speaking countries in Africa and French speaking ones. And also, we are doing some quests for these workshops to make sure that people are following and are joining. So whenever you come, grab your phone, scan your QR code, and publish this on the platform we will be providing on the website. And whenever if you have any question, reach out. We will be there providing support, technical or business ones. We will be organizing ones internally within the Hashgraph, the Hashgraph Association or Exponential Science Foundation, but also we invited our partners to organize dedicated sessions. And that's basically the process is easy. It's similar to any hackathon. We are doing it while leveraging Dora Hacks as one of the leading platform for the hackathon. So everything will happen there. All the other channels will be there to support and to guide you to submit your project on Dora Hacks.
All right. Well, we'll leave it there. I appreciate everybody who came up and asked questions today. I apologize for some of the technical issues we had early on, but that's how things go sometimes. Jafar, thank you so much for coming on and explaining everything for us today. And Ishmael, it looks like he dropped down, but we appreciate him coming on as well. And we wish everybody the most of luck. Do you have anything else, Jafar? I'm sorry.
Thank you so much, Brendan, for hosting this AMA. Thank you for spreading the word, and looking forward to the next ones. We will be sharing a lot of important details, and the hackathon is kicking off, so please join us.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, everyone, good luck and thanks for tuning in today. And we'll be doing these on a fairly regular basis between myself and Jedfinity and some other entities. We'll have plenty of AMAs, so if you want to hop back on, you're more than welcome. Have a good day.
Bye bye.